What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Clement Customs. And this episode is going to be kind of a wild one and something that you guys have always been asking, and you guys kind of want to know more about the vehicles that we have here on the channel. We'll start off the 52. We will get more into that car because it is only 7 days until show day, and we're debuting that car at VolksFest. Stick around. We'll get more into the 52, what we have done, and things we need to get done before it actually can end up going to that show. But Tay and I wanted to start off this episode with something a little different and show you guys and showcase some of the cars that we have on the channel that might not have been around on the channel or we've talked about.
Yeah, we built, a handful of cars, before we started the channel, and you guys have seen small clips here and there about them, and it's like, we've seen a few comments being, what is that? Tell me about this. So we thought, it's a week till the show. We're gonna try to get all these cars to it, but let's give you a little update. And for the people that can't make it to the show, they can see some of the cars that we're bringing to the show.
I think it's a great idea, and hopefully it'll answer some of your guys' questions. So before we show you some of the vehicles, I wanna mention one thing. We've worked really, really hard on this, and it's finally live. Tay and I have a website that we can sell all our swag on. So a lot better than DMing us on Instagram, and you guys can see a bunch of stuff on there. We have stickers on there, and there's gonna be stuff constantly changing on there and adding. I'll leave a link in the description below, but it is clementcustoms.ca. There's a bunch of our, a little bit of build threads on there, some videos, our social media platforms, and there is a shop on there so you can order all your stuff and just ship to your house, and it's way easier than DMing us on Instagram. And different ways of paying too. You got PayPal, you can pay through all your credit card or Google Pay and all that kind of fun stuff. Check us out, clementcustoms.ca. Buy yourself some merch, support Tay and I, and let us continue doing what we're doing here.
Yes.
And we appreciate all you guys that do support us. I think without further ado, let's start off with...
Let's pull a car up.
Yeah.
As you can probably see, it's gonna be this one. And let's tell you a little bit about these builds that you haven't seen much of.
Also, I apologize, the wind is really bad in the audio.
It's always windy.
It's always windy here, yeah. Tay's house is the worst for wind.
It is.
But we're hoping that these mics with the little muffles will help, but apologize if the wind's a little annoying. So
yes.
Let's showcase Tay's 1974 Volkswagen Thing and show you guys what we've done to it and a little backstory on the car.
Let's do it. All right, guys, so here is probably by far the best car in the fleet. What do you think, buddy? Anyways, this is my 1974 Volkswagen Thing.
I'm sorry, it is a late model 70s Volkswagen, but
it takes a lot more skill and creativity to make a 70s car Volkswagen look cool than it is to make an early 50s car look cool. So, sorry to break the news to you. Your bug is cool if it's rotted in the bush, stock height, slammed, anyway, split window bug is cool no matter what.
I appreciate that. That's so nice of you.
I know, but it doesn't take away the cool factor of your car.
Yes.
So take that as a compliment.
I'll take it as a compliment. Yeah. So here's Tay's late model Volkswagen.
A 1974 Volkswagen Thing. As you can see, we've done a lot to it, and a lot more than we've had a lot of questions of what air systems and how did we make this this low, and it's a lot more than just putting a front beam in it and putting air ride in the back. Let's go through everything we've really done to this car. We're going to try to keep it short because we've got a few cars to go through. I bought the Thing in 2018. It was stock height, it was camo, green, black, white, and it was sitting in a barn. Dragged it home, we paint stripped it. And what did we use, Jake?
Oven cleaner.
Easy off oven cleaner. It took me 1 day, sprayed it down with a hose, poof, down, here comes the paint.
We went through 18 bottles of oven cleaner.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. But the original paint came out pretty decent. Front beam is just a narrowed, 2.5-inch narrowed front beam. We got empty disc brakes in the front. I've raised the shock towers up about a few inches in order to give it that dump a little bit farther. Trim the bottom of the beam to get it nice and low. A line bug cantilever air ride system in the back. We also had to do a little bit more because it didn't quite get us low enough. Cut the rear IRS arms, bring the hub up 2.5 inches, weld it all back together in order to get it to sit that low so we didn't have crazy spring plate angles and all that sort of stuff. So that is just the brief suspension system.
Yeah. Now, when we did go that high, the issue was this wheel would hit this fender. So this fender has actually been modified completely and raised. As you guys can tell here, the rear scoop, being a 74, is supposed to have one of the bigger scoops, not just the little vents here. That all Tay had to modify and change to get this up higher. So he had to cut the body. The back is tubbed just barely, and this had to be extended and modified to come up higher, as this was coming up higher as well.
And we had to do the exact same thing in the front. This front is in stock position, but it's all brought back up in the back to a little bit more of an angle. Instead of being straight across, it's a little bit sloped, as you guys can probably see. So it's been extended, lengthened, as well as the added running boards. Because once you sit on the pan, it gave that little bit 1.5 inch gap, no matter what, from the body to the ground. So we wanted to add in that running board, which we think turned out all right, to get it right sitting on the ground. Under the hood also has a little bit of a tub as well, just to get it to sit at this height. People have asked us a few times about the tire combo. A real tough tire combo to come by. So the front tires are 165, 45, 15.
And in the back is 185 55s, and with a 7-inch wide deep dish wheel in the back as well, with running stocks up front.
Nope, these ones are 5.5.
5.5, right? They are a little bit wider.
The CIP offered a little bit wider, gave us a little bit of a deeper look up front. We painted the fenders, so we went through the experience of getting all the paint matched primer underneath and the paint matched orange, and I think it came out decent.
I think it turned out awesome.
All things considered, I think it turned out well.
A lot of this is still OG paint. I would say probably 95 of this car is still, all this is original, but what Tay and I had to modify with extending, and changing stuff, we did have to, fake it a little bit, but it was all OG.
There was so much bare paint on these fenders by the time we're done, we had no choice but to paint it.
And we did try something different with this car that we've never done. There's a company known as Poppy's Patina, which is basically like a clear coat, and it's a wipe-on clear coat, so you don't actually have to spray anything. Tay and I saw it online, and we were like, this car was very faded in the sun, and it just looked very dull. So Tay and I tried it out, and full wipe-on kit. It was like $300.
Yep.
Tay and I had it done in probably a couple hours, and it gives it just a little bit of shine. Some people love it, some people hate it, but I think it makes the car just pop a lot.
It was so faded before.
Yep.
We are not sponsored by Poppy's Patina, but hopefully feel free to send it our way.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Poppy's Patina, holla at us.
I'll just run through a couple other small details, and then we'll move on to the next car. So anyways, from the front, we added the oval turn signals down below. Got rid of the big bulky, added the body line in the top. I think it looked good, a little bit sleeker. Front bumpers dropped a little bit to give it the tucked look. Even my wipers are now a hand wipe. They got a little lever on it instead of the electric motor, so we can hand wipe the windows.
We put a NRG quick release because, I think Tay actually did it because I was too tall and I couldn't get my knees around, but we'll say for other reasons. But
also, if you park your car somewhere, you can take the steering wheel, hide it under the hood or something. It's an anti-theft device for a car
100%.
like this. Not like anyone could just take this and go.
No.
And it's got a train horn in it. It's got the wooden bench seats. It's got the signs on the floor. There is a floor underneath. It is not just the signs. I've been asked that multiple times. There is an actual original floor in this. I did no metal work for rust-wise into this car. I added a late bay window hatch in the back to access all the air ride, and can change the starter easy, clutch cable, fill up the trans. That was a game changer for a thing. And anywhere from the rear tail lights are also added to the bus style. I guess the early European things had that.
yes.
So we added that in the back as well. This is the 1974 Volkswagen Thing.
So there you go. All right, on to the next vehicle.
Guys, and this is my 1966 double-door Dormobile. So this is the first split window bus I bought when I was 20 years old, 13 years ago now. Been in my life a long time.
It's been there for a hot minute.
And this bus started its life as a double door panel. I bought it first, it was stock height, everything. First thing I did is lowered it down, put some Safaris in, and went and had some fun. No offense to panel owners out there, but I got a little bit bored of a panel van. So I had the option of selling it or building something. And here on Vancouver Island, it's a little easier to build what you want than it is to buy what you want. So about 5 or 6 years ago, we ended up coming across a roof. So we bought it, and it was a little bit more than that.
It was actually a bay window that was a Dormobile that Tay and I knew about for a while, and finally it went up for sale for a really good price. And Tay's dream was always, he loved Dormobiles, and I love Dormobiles too. They're such a cool option. I remember you messed up your hand, so I had to drive this thing.
Like a week before.
Yeah, there'll be a video somewhere that I can find, but we were just driving it down the road. It ran like crap. It didn't break. It was the sketchiest thing ever.
Yeah.
And Tay chopped the roof off of that thing, chopped the roof off of this one. Had to build a bunch of supports across the roof to actually handle this. Also being a double door, it had a little bit less structure as well. So slapped that on, and Tay said see ya to the old Dormobile. which still lives today somewhere.
It still lives. It's a coffee bus.
Yeah,
now.
there you go.
They put a plywood roof on it, and they sell coffee out of it.
Yeah, there you go.
But
So someone lives with it, so it's awesome. But
Tom hooked me up with these windows.
Yeah.
So we
Shout
threw the
out, Tom.
windows in, and yeah, we put an interior in it. It made it one of my favorite campers. Dormobiles were my favorite camper, so we had some fun, and we made it a great camper. It's got a line bug 4-inch narrowed beam in the front, still 4-wheel disc brakes, Wagon's West adjustable plate, Rancho trans in this thing. I have a 1641 dual port, single carb in the back. I drive this thing almost every day, so I like single carbs to just keep it simple.
Also hearse bumper.
Got a little hearse bumper in it. Even the fun stuff, like when we pop this top, I got awnings that go off both sides. Looks like a big old butterfly sitting down there. It's awesome.
Tay and I have had a lot of fun in this bus.
A lot of fun. This bus has been places from being when it was a panel van to the way it is now. It's a bus that's good from far, but far from good. And it's a great little driver. And
we have a blast in it. That's all that matters, and it turns heads.
We absolutely send this thing anywhere. This is my 1966 double-door Dormobile.
Another late Volkswagen.
Another late. Don't worry, we'll get into early stuff.
If you guys
soon.
want to skip to the end, you'll see all the rare early Volkswagens. I'll be at my house.
Yeah, that's at Jake's house. I got all the lame stuff over here. So. that is the bus. So, I think we bring up the next Volkswagen.
Let's do it.
I bet you guys didn't expect to see a water-cooled car on the channel, eh? So this is something. This is my fiance's 2001 Volkswagen Lupo. So she wanted a little water-cooled car for easy just putting around, going through town, to and from work. We put Adriana's friend on the hunt.
She imports cars.
Yeah, so she was able to find us this car in Japan. We went through the hoops and
shipped it over.
Shipped it over here. I think it's one of the smallest or the smallest water-cooled you can buy as a Volkswagen. I think. We're not water-cooled experts.
No.
So anyway, she wanted something cute and fun, and this is what we came across. We bought it, ran fine, but we had to spice it up a little bit. So we found another Lupo, parts Lupo, stripped it with some parts, and it had coilovers in the front, some lowering springs in the back, but it had some different, away from stock, wheels and tire combo that we could throw on this thing. So we bought the parts car because, there's not many of these cars, so we thought it'd be great to have spare parts. Windows, motors, trans, anything. So we bought that. We flipped all the lowering components onto this car, and this is what we got.
It's a fun little right-hand drive vehicle to bomb around in.
Yeah.
When there's 4 of us deep in it, though, we do rub
in the back
good.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But in all, it's a fun little car.
Yeah. The color, the front end looks so different.
Yes.
Right? Just with those small little headlights.
Little bug-eyed looking things in the front.
The interior is super cool.
There's mice and cats decaling in the interior, which Jake will show you. It's kind of interesting, all stowed into the seats. It's an interesting, very Japanese-like car. And it stands out, it gets attention, which I wasn't really expecting, but it's a cool little car.
It's fun.
This is the Lupo. This is my fiance's first car. Then we'll show you her
air-cooled.
Her air-cooled summer car.
Onto the air-cooled car. Air-cooled.
That was a slick entrance, buddy.
Thank you.
And this is my fiance's 1965 Volkswagen Beetle. This car has been around. I owned this car before I even met Maddie. So I had it, I sold it to Jake's mom, went through a bunch of hands.
My mom sold it. That owner called us back and went, hey, I want to sell the car. Do you guys want it back?
And it was right at perfect timing where Maddie was wanting a bug. A very light pink. As you guys know, pink is a tough color to make it look not too crazy, and it's a nice calm pink, and she really likes it. It's got a 4-inch narrowed beam in the front, again, running all drums. 1641 single carb motor in the back again. She drives this thing to and from work all summer. So again, it's we try to keep it not too crazy, pretty simple. We got swan mirrors on the front that were kindly donated. They used to be on Jake's 58 Bug. Classic, as we always run our loose nut front Safaris. Love his stuff, so we had to get one for the Bug as well. We got the extended pop-outs. We actually use bus spoons for the back of hers, so they're either open or closed. But I like them. There might be some building plans in the future. Maybe we'll get some sponsors.
Air ride.
Would be cool. Air ride?
Yeah.
I think that'd be nice down the road.
You guys are also going to see a video or two coming up in the near future of this car with some mishaps. So
with some things that have happened.
Yeah, so you'll see that.
Yeah,
soon.
That's all the vehicles that at my house, all the running Volkswagens that we're trying to get to the show. We got a couple projects, as you've seen on our channel, that aren't going to make it, but these are the 4 we're trying to get from my place. So next, I think we're going to head our way to Jake's house, show you guys a few other vehicles that you may or may not have seen. We will continue our video at Jake's house.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's head over there. We are now at my place, and it is raining today because we did not film this whole video in one day, and welcome to Victoria, and it's pissing rain. So
Jake really wanted his tacos last night,
yeah,
so we had to take a pause.
Yeah. So it's the next day, and of course it's pissing rain. But here's my fiance's 1968 Volkswagen Fastback, all original paint, California car. Got it from a good friend of ours that lived on an island. He used to live in California. That's why we have original California plates on it. All OG paint, all OG interior. We dragged it out of a shed.
A car tent, really.
Tent, yeah.
We thought this car was black when we bought it. It was so dirty.
Yeah, it was, pretty crazy to be honest. It's got the original engine. We've got rid of the fuel injection and put dual carbs on it, lowered it, put some date matched sprint stars with some deep dish in the back. Our Tay and I's first kick at the cat on a Type 3, so it was quite a interesting learning curve.
It was fun because there's a lot of this is way different than Beetle drivetrain and all that sort of stuff.
And it handles a little bit different. There's just little tweaks and quirks about a Type 3 that's completely different, which I thought was kind of fun and willing to try it out. Still haven't figured out all the kinks out of this, unfortunately, so Adriana doesn't love driving it yet because it's not the most reliable. I've been so busy on my other projects that I haven't spent much time on this. As of right now, it has a master cylinder that is shit the bed. So
and we got 1 week to fix it.
We have 1 week, so I gotta get the 52.
Have you even ordered it yet?
Yeah, it's here.
Okay,
yeah.
Great.
So in 1 week, I gotta get the 52, basically fully on the road. We'll get to that a little bit later in this episode with more stuff. And I gotta do the master cylinder and bleed all the brakes in this girl. That's really it.
Yep.
It's
a fun little car.
Fun little car, original paint.
We didn't do one piece of metal work on this thing.
No, and the car
100%.
is probably the most solid Volkswagen you and I own.
100%.
That's in our fleet.
Doors are open and closed, absolute mint. It's a real nice car in all honesty.
It is. That's the Fastback. Let's go in the long garage and I gotta show the bus because we'll do that inside. Now to one of the other vehicles here at my place. You guys might have seen a little bit of this vehicle on the channel. This is my 1959 split window bus. It was a lot of work. This was like one of my very first giver builds, and it was a huge pain in the ass, and I learned a lot. It was purple and black when Tay and I got it. There's a whole actual build on our YouTube channel if you go into about a year ago that Tay and I did of this vehicle. Originally a mango bus. Someone took all the original paint off of it, unfortunately, and I always loved that mango paint style, so I decided to kind of flip the colors and kind of work with a PGSG. Slammed it, put a 4-inch narrowed bay window beam with disc brakes up front, IRS kit in the rear with the Wagons West IRS kit, 1680cc with a dual Delorto carbs in the back. We've taken this we did the Oregon coast in this a couple of years ago.
That was its big first journey.
Yeah, it was awesome. That was a really fun one. We drive, like I said, we drive these a lot. In the back, I always wanted to do an L-shaped couch, so I did some L-shaped seating that folds down into bed so I can have all my homies back there when we're cruising. It was an original 6 pop-out bus, which is cool, so I put the extended latches.
Fun fact with this bus, this was the first bus Jake's stepdad ever worked on, Tom.
Yeah, you guys know
have
Tom.
seen Tom.
Yeah, Tom with the notch back.
Yeah, the nice 23 window red and black bus.
Yeah.
This was the first bus Tom worked on in high school, which was kind of cool.
So it's kind of sweet that it's still in the family, and it's now I own it. We put press bumpers on it, rocking original crow's feet early wheels, bus wheels.
Don't forget the original press bumpers that were cut and narrowed.
Yeah, so these are actually OG press bumpers. These are not your classic fab ones, and they have been cut, shortened, and narrowed to tuck tighter to the body. There's a lot of small details that Tay and I and Tom did on this bus when we built it that most people don't take notice of. Because a good example is the press bumper usually sits really far out, and we don't like that look, so we tucked them and shortened them. We did fun things where we added a stripe along the belt line here, which I was terrified about. But
we're in the paint booth doing the last go at it, and Tom's like, let's put a stripe in this.
Yeah, and I didn't like the idea, and then Tom said, screw it, we're doing it, and now it's one of my favorite things about the bus. Yeah. But yeah, this is my 1959 split window bus.
Also, I think Jake's tripping a little bit when he says he did a flip color with PGSG colors. Let me know what you think. I think this is a flip mango color. Jake thinks it's like got PGSG. I think he's out. I don't think Jake knows what he's talking about.
Well, I guess flipped mango is actually the right term
Because
to
it
use.
used to have the dark green on the bottom.
PGSG has a top color, or top color is darker, light
green.
color on the top. So I think of that as PGSG, dark
Flipped
light.
as in the PGSG style, but
not
with
the color.
mango colors.
Yes, sorry. Yeah.
I just want to make sure. I don't want people thinking you're just like, don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's it.
So I'm here for you.
Thanks, dude. Do you know what PGSG stands for?
No, I own late model Volkswagen.
Right, that's right. I totally forgot. You're a late model guy.
Yeah.
So, anyways, this is my 1959 split window bus. That's really it. So let's go to the last vehicle in the fleet that you guys have seen a lot about, and I can give you guys an update as where it's at.
1 week to show what we still have to do.
Yeah, there's still a fair bit that needs to get done, and I'm a little worried. But we're going to see if we can make it happen. So
at this point, it's come to the show whether it's complete or not.
Oh, yeah.
So
exactly. So let's go check out the 1952 split window Beetle. And the car that you guys have been seeing a buttload of Tay and I trying to get going. This is, as you guys probably all know, my 1952 split window Beetle. Let's just go over a couple things that I have been asked about this car. And when I started building this car, we didn't actually have the channel. And I've been getting a bunch of comments and DMs about this car of certain things. First thing is, it is torsion raised. So it's basically kind of like a transmission raise, but instead I actually cut the whole rear torsion and raised that 1.5 inches. In doing so, I had to cut the whole rear floor out of this car and raise it 1.5 inches due to the fact that everything goes up 1.5 inches. The reason I did that was it was something different. Most people do tranny raises. It's a simple kit you can buy from Linebug or Everesto, but I like the idea of doing something a little different, so we did the torsion raise. A lot more work, but so far so good. Biggest thing on this car was trying to get these 17-inch wheels to fit on this. These are escrow wheels that I fell in love with as a kid when I saw them for the very first time. They are a horrible offset, and trying to make them work on a car that lays the running board basically is really, really difficult. So in the rear, we built custom tubs to tuck the wheels in, and then we also had to do a 6-inch narrowed Linebug front beam as well. We had to cut the front of the pan and bring it back 1.5 inches due to the fact our wheels were actually hitting our headlight buckets. Lots of modifications to get a car this low on 17-inch by 7 wheels, and it was a very big learning curve, I would say. Another frequent question is my tire size. Like I said, these are 17 by 7s, so I'm 195 40s in the front and 215 45s.
40s.
215 40s in the rear. And then air suspension, that's another one that's a big topic, it seems like. Everything on this car, air suspension wise, is basically purchased from Linebug. Huge shout out to those guys. They have helped me through a lot of things, and their customer service is incredible. So if any of you guys are looking to get air suspension or anything of that nature, check them out and let them know that Clement Custom sent you, because they're I like shout outs like that. It's fun. So
and we run it more on the bug. My bus has a 4-inch narrowed Linebug beam. Same with the Thing, has all the rear cantilever air ride.
So yeah, everything's Linebug up here. So up front are their gold top air shocks, as well as their 6-inch narrowed Linebug beam. I'm running their extended pitman arm as well, and their bottom shock mount relocators for the air shocks to change your angle so that they work better. In the rear, we do have their first gen air ride suspension, which was in my old 58 car in 6-7 years ago. So that is their first addition to it, and it has held up incredible.
The only thing that's not Linebug in the air system is the management,
which is a airlift 3P management system running 3/8 airlines. I do love those systems. You can control them from your phone, everything like that. I like the electronics of it. Tay's more of a manual guy, so it's kind of cool how the Thing is a manual air suspension, and then I have the electronic air suspension, and
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything, and there's no right or wrong in air suspension in any way. I think Tay's system is really sweet. It is the cheaper option,
more affordable, so that's big for a lot of people.
Yeah, and luckily I did get this 3P kit for a really good price back in the day, so it made it affordable because they are not cheap. So yeah, those are a couple of questions that I've been asked about the car. If you guys want to see more of the build on this, check out our channel. There's lots of videos of me putting this car together, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. So I think it's about time we go over what needs to get done in 7 days to have this car ready for Volksfest. So let's see what.
Let's show them.
Yeah,
let's show them where we're at.
Let's show you guys where we're at.
Exterior, we're getting pretty close.
Yes.
But it's more
the interior.
the interior. This is where we're at. Door cards, seats. The seats are still at the upholstery guy. A week till the show.
Yeah, we brought him back because...
Yeah, I think as we've discussed before in a couple other videos, they were just a little too thick.
But I spent some time and lots of swear words. Glass is in.
Glass is in.
So I did get the glass in, which was horrendous. It was actually horrible.
I wasn't invited over for that day.
No,
so,
you're lucky you weren't there because it would have been a lot of me throwing stuff around the shop.
Yeah,
so the only thing that we...
All the windows are in.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
Oh, yeah, I guess all the windows are in.
All the windows are in.
Yeah, I guess all the glass is in the vehicle now.
Yep.
So the only thing I need to do is the scrapers here, which they're on order. They'll actually be here tomorrow. But
Chop, chop.
yeah, so I did spend a bit of time, and there is a track that goes basically in here and all the way around that I had to felt myself. It was a kit that I purchased that was like a U-felt. So I had the metal track, and then I had to put the felt in it with all the rubber, some spray adhesive as well. And then I built like a little rig out of wood. So I actually copied the glass out of a 1/4-inch piece of plywood. That's how I kind of adhesive the felt on. It was really difficult, to be honest, but the windows work, which is super cool. Also, I had modified, these are not original window winders or window regulators because the early ones are extremely expensive, but check that out, guys.
Oh.
We got glass, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I do have the original glass that is notched. So when you're smoking. Yeah, so when you're smoking, you
got your little hole you can stick your cigarette out of.
But there you guys go. I got the original glass in there. Oh man, I'm so stoked on that.
I know. You were dreading that job.
Yeah, that was the biggest concern. We're not done yet though. The scrapers are going to be a bitch.
Yes.
So, but I think
that's about it. You know, away from very small things that people wouldn't probably notice.
No,
you know,
exactly.
that is the main heavy stuff we got to get done in the next week or so. A week till this thing makes it to its first show.
Dude, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
That's on the road rolling.
Yeah.
Those are all... Is that all of our Volkswagens? I think that is all of our Volkswagens. A quick brief of all of our cars. So we'll see what we can bring to Volksfest. Hopefully we can bring all of them. But most importantly, it'll be the 52's first show. Jake is pretty fired up about it.
That I am.
I know there's, a lot of you guys that probably can't make it to the show. So it's an opportunity if you want. We have show swag. Here's a little quick view of one of the sweaters for the show. So if we have any extra swag and you guys have any interest in the show shirts, what do we sell? Shirts and t-shirts and hoodies.
Yeah.
That's about it. If you guys have any interest, let us know, but you'll have to private message us on Instagram. It won't be through our website, just private message us on Instagram. And if we have anything left over, we can hook you guys up and it will help support our show, our club, and keep the show going from years and years. So lastly,
I do have to promote it, and I have heard all you guys talk about it. I got lots of DMs and I got a couple comments on our last video, me promoting it, and that is our limited edition Clement Customs 52 split t-shirt. I only got 40 of these made, and they're limited edition, only available at the show. Now, I know we have a lot of supporters all over the world, and Tay and I appreciate you guys tremendously. So what I may do is put these limited t-shirts and get a couple more and put them on our website right after Volksfest. There'll be a limited drop. I might only make another 20 more or something, but those 20 will be available for you guys in the States, in Europe, Australia. I see all you guys reaching out, so I appreciate you guys all throughout the world that have messaged me about these. So yeah, I guess they'll be a little bit less limited, but still maybe limited.
we just won't print a ton of them.
No, we aren't. I don't want to print a ton of them. I want them to kind of be that cool oddity of being rare. And
there will be more Beetle design shirts in the future.
100%.
So if you really want one, be first to get them.
Yeah, so.
Because they will be limited.
Yeah, so I'll make a post on our Instagram before they go live on our website when we do so. But keep your eye out for these shirts going live on our website. And I am so stoked. All right, 7 days. Holy hell. We've been building this car for 3.5 years.
Something like that.
Something like that. and we are 7 days away from the main event that was my game plan to get this car to, and here we are. It's happening, guys. So, but I think that's gonna be it for this episode. You guys got to see a bunch of our cars. We got to talk about VolksFest. It's happening. So I think that's really gonna be it for this episode. I appreciate all of you guys tuning in, supporting Tay and I see you guys buying merch on our website, commenting, liking, sharing all our posts on Instagram and Facebook. So huge shout out to you guys. Tay and I could not do this without you guys. Really, really appreciate the support. So don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.